Hello, gamers. Oh, sheesh. Oh, sheesh. Yo. I'll replay this, don't worry, so you guys can hear the music. But hello, everybody. Welcome to another amazing live stream by yours truly. How are we? How are we? Today, we are playing some more Ace Attorney. I think we might be able to finish the game today, but we'll see. Depending on how long, like, the first half of the trial is. Oh my god. But yes. Also, hello, Ken. When you said dang it, Grandpa, I was like, bro, I'm not playing Danganronpa. I changed my stuff and then I was like, it's Danganronpa music playing, brother. In my ears, it's a mix of the Danganronpa music and the Ace Attorney music. So, like, I'm like, I don't know what I'm listening to. Also, hello, Evan. Hello, hi, Joe. I'm here to complain about Wendy Oldbag and a lot of heart. Amen. Wendy Oldbag, my nemesis. Let me switch you guys over here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm bald. I'm sorry, I'm bald. Give me 1 second. It didn't save. Chat, should I kill myself? It didn't save. Hold on. Hold on, you're gonna have to watch me. You're gonna have to watch me set this up. You have to watch me set this up. Hold on. Hold on. I'm too lazy. Which one is it? Which one's closed? Oh, here we go. Oh, hold on. Also, if you did not know, this spring trap, well, I guess technically it's not spring trap, it's spring Bonnie. Even though I labeled it as spring trap, it's actually spring Bonnie. This was from my first Halloween where I streamed. Where is it? I want this one. Where, you know, I had QM on Halloween dress up as Spring Bonnie from the FNAF movies specifically. There we go. There we go. Now we're real. Yeah. Because I had just seen the FNAF movie, so I hadn't dressed as that. Anyways, let me also pause the music so I can give you desktop audio. And also I can replay this. She wants to leave me up. Okay, okay.
Hydra's 28 Blay.
Bleh. Hydra, thank you for the 19 months. You are the GOAT. You guys, my affiliate anniversary is next month. That's crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. It depends on the day. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that's it for my introduction. Let me minimize this and get up here. Also, I will do this for you, Ken, because I did not have my thing on.
For real?
So that for real is in your honor. Okay. Load, select, saved data. Yes. I'm not gonna lie, that's such an intro. How'd I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix, right? Ooh. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. What? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Wow, banger intro for October. Thank you. You're welcome. I love this little jingle. Oh, as if this day was written into my destiny. I've had this dream before. I forget what that bottom part said. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Ooh, he made his choice, you guys. March 23rd, dude. Happy birthday, Renjun from NCT Dream, and also, you know, from ATEEZ. And there's somebody else I feel like who has a birthday on the 23rd. That's a character, but I can't remember who. I feel like it's an Overwatch character, but I don't know. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. I don't. Should I be doing his like dude voice? Is he acting right now? Is he in his acting mode? You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? I guess so. Can he? Is nobody seeing this? I need the guards to look over right now. I need the guards to look over and see this man, please. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. See, unfortunately for this man, I'm petty enough to put my friend's life on the line. Listen, I'm telling y'all right now, if we got in this situation, and for some reason I was a competent defense attorney, and you got kidnapped, and they said, unless you find this person, your client, not guilty, I'm gonna kill your friend. I'd be like, baby, I gotta prove a point. Love you. We'll miss you. Would love to attend your funeral, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Type shit. Remember, it's not. Oh yeah, I just read that already. Ugh.
Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence. Okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever.
Maya. And listen, if you have Pearl on your side, Maya's gonna conjure her dead spirit through her and cuss you out. Maya. Phoenix! Oh, Mia! Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Ugh, it's like a cursed on guard again. Beep. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Ah, Gumshoe, I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. Sorry if you hear my ice rattling around my water bottle. I'm about to take a drink. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true, I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. No. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. The reason why they don't ever show us Mia below the waist is because, like, her whole pussy is just hanging out. Why Edward look like he got a fatty back there? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all. I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes. Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt On Guard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Dude, actual first time Edgeworth has asked this question, like, what's your name, what's your occupation? And they've just actually given an answer. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But, you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room. Okay, sure. Alright. Visit to Matt's room. After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Okay. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy. What are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we?
Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right?
I guess. Listen, should I just press every single comment? After the award ceremony, I went by myself. Okay. Let's press this. Let's press this. The defendant's room. Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor. Like a big brother, sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright! What is it? You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Mia is the best character, and it's not even close for me. My favorite thing about Mia is just her haunting the narrative for the entirety of the series. Well, at least, like, these first two. Like, she literally died first thing. Well, technically second thing, because the first trial was, like, a tutorial one. But she literally dies immediately, and then it's just like, you thought you seen the last of me. Do you think at some point when they were making the game, they were like, okay, yeah, we're gonna kill Mia off, and that's totally fine. But then they were like, wait, we kind of like her. How can we bring her back? We can make them into mediums. Bet. Sorry. So, you went to the defendant's room, and then... Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Ned was standing there in front of his room. Okay. Still in the Nichols samurai costume. Is he gonna get upset every time I press him? Let's try. Let's see what happens. Are you sure that was Matt on guard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nichols samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. Well, we know the bellboy is secretly a fuck-ass, so. At first? What do you mean by that? Ooh, we're actually getting something here. Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform. Oh, sorry. Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think then, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I came back. I think that's more or less what happened. They thought he had too much help / people to assist him, so they got rid of one of the most competent ones, but they also loved her. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like, Mia, realistically speaking, obviously, she's been a lawyer the longest out of, like, all of his people. So it makes sense that, like, you know, they would only want to use her sometimes, you know? That way you're not just like, are you really even good at a lawyer? Or is you just got the person in your back pocket? I would have loved to see what things could have been like if Mia did live, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just want to know what that would be like. Somebody write the AU. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? That's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Okay. Oops! I didn't mean to do that. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Okay. So, just leaving them for a while, but I gave up and went back. I guess with an X, so I couldn't make them wait for me. Because he brought up a tip that seemed like it was important. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, right? And the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I thought it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's perfectly normal. How long did you watch them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. Okay, so that doesn't really give me anything. What did the other thing say? They showed a picture, right? Do I have that picture? Do I have this? At first, what do you mean by that? I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And what was that? We read this part already. Why did I think that, Mr. Ray? I don't know. Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... Wait! I just wanted to see the picture again and see if there was something in the picture. It looped? Because I got the information from the other piece? What? I love her redesign in the third game. She's so cute. Listen, I'll let you know how I feel when I see it. You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. See? That is important. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip giving incident itself? Yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Thanks, man. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Okay, we're getting a new thing now. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. What do you think they mean by that? I guess press this now? So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? That's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got into his pocket, and that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The bellboy's face on guard's tip! What? What? Well, they keep bringing up the tip, and we already know what the bellboy looks like, so I don't need to know that. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Oh, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Why does this all feel like a euphemism? The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection? I mean, objection to what? Your Honor, that wasn't sus. I'm just gonna wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to. Exactly, that's why I'm like, what am I supposed to say? Like, object to what? I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley? The Killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that this person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Just something that just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. Oh my god. The second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Ouch, my elbow. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Sorry. Okay. Do I just press everything again? Let's see, what do we have again? This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Maybe I should press this. What do I have on me? What is that? What is that? Is that a piece of rice? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Okay, let's press this one. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. I mean, how could you forget a face like that? And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But, you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? Alright, let's see. Juan Corita's room. I'm assuming if I press that, it's gonna be like, and how do you know it was that room? Girl, because it was across from on guard's room. That bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Why did he seem out of place? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Just asking for a friend. Right. Right. Why that insipid grin? Maybe because I have an idea. I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? Sorry, I yawned. That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree, that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or let it slide, try to pull a fast one? Slide? Or fast one? If I save, they can't hurt me. I'll try to pull a fast one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really, really is. There really, really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys offer room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Grr, Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well, this court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Of course, nearly Christmas means it's not Christmas yet. It's true. Oh my god, when that fucking that line happens. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. Okay, so I'm assuming it has to be on this, because like I said, usually it's the new statement they make. We haven't presented anything in a while either, now that I'm thinking about it. So, did they put that picture in our thing? A wooden figurine covered in many thin cuts. Weird. Receipt. Is any of this stuff even, like, needed? Transmitter, spy camera, picture card. Okay, yeah, that's not needed. I mean, because in the picture, I mean, the picture I know was before this incident, but, I mean, he did bring this stuff in, right? Because, like, how else would she have poured it to begin with, you know? So maybe it is this? But is it... I mean, yeah, because, like... I don't know, I'm just gonna... We did save, so it's fine, I think. If I get it wrong. Which I didn't! Ah! If I wasn't leaning so far away from my, my stream deck, I would have all my fellas this. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches, and... So? A baseball has stitches? Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Gulp. There's also... I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Corita was already dead at that time? Mr. Etchworth, get him. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-hand, Ed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys didn't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? So sorry, it slipped my mind. Ugh. Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So? A football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? Gilp. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. All circumstantial evidence. I don't think even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Ugh. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room, and the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. I can't stop yawning, you guys. Their second meeting. Okay. He gave something to the person's head. I feel like that is definitely... I need to press. I said hold it! Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Ask about the person's side, ask about the something. I guess I'll ask about the something, right? He gave something to this person. Yeah. And what was this something? If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? Oops. But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely what the bellboy did next. Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing, can I, press the same thing again? And, like, ask him another question? Okay, let's ask about the person inside, I guess. I mean, like, I assumed that it was Matt, which is why... Well, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm. Then you're saying you didn't see this person's face? Yeah. I would like to summarize testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. The bellboy left the crime scene. He immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, sorry. Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Let's see. I think it was... No. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue? Do we have a wooden statue? Was it this? Because this was in Matt's house, wasn't it? Right? Because he said it was a wooden statue. This is a wooden bear-shaped figurine. Is this small enough to be passed over, though? I'm gonna do it anyways. What was the point of that pregnant pause? What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers? The something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Unguard's mansion. At the defendant's house? Oh. What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found at Mr. Unguard's mansion would mean... No, wait, because didn't Unguard get arrested as soon as the murder happened, basically? So he didn't even get a chance to go home. So how would he have brought this to his house?
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Unguard is the killer's client.
Order, order, order! I said order. Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah.
Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it is clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? Powers' testimony, the person who received the bear itself. The bear itself, because it has cuts on it. And that's suspicious, right? I think it's fairly obvious that this bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? This was found at Mr. Unguard's mansion. However, Mr. Unguard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Unguard who took this bear to his mansion. Right, that's what I said, bro. I was like, that's the one thing I did remember. I was like, he got arrested immediately. So it's like, how could he have brought it home if he could not go home, you know? Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Phew, disaster averted.
You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Dude, flirt with me some more, Miles.
Huh? I remember it as clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Unguard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. The killer and Unguard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Unguard Mansion as its butler.
But what a bold move.
The bear figurine was brought back to Unguard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Unguard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation.
But then we would have seen him go back over to Unguard, and that's not true.
Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now.
This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to... I plan to I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony. What? There's still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh? Well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright. What questionable point would you like to explore further? Oh man, we have to do more? Okay, the person who received the bear then. Because, like, how do we even know... How do we know it was him? And again, his thing is like, oh, he passed it back. When did that happen? When did that occur? There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Ah! What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, you have to give us a good reason why. Oh, yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You've gotta be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Okay, but wait. How do we know that it was our Nickel Samurai? Because Matt was supposed to be sleeping at the time. So how do we know that it wasn't Adrian Andrews, who we know for a fact was in the samurai costume that night? Order, order! It looks like you've dug your own grave, yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt on guard is the Nickel Samurai. Bro, let me in! Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. I think we've heard enough. Don't make me objection right now. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Ungard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. Well, do I? What should I do? Baby, I'm raising an objection. Because we know for a fact Adrian Andrews was in that costume. I don't believe it. There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Ungard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. Tisk tisk. Is that all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Your game theory, please. Who would you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? I mean, if we're going Adrian Andrews route because she was in the costume, that's like literally the only person I have to present, so good luck! Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt Ungard for the crime by wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume. Then than the nickel samurai's arm that I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
But what about Mr. On Guard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion.
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
He's like, hold on, I'm cooking it over.
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, by which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell On Guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty. It's murder of all things.
This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya.
Listen, bro, the prosecution does this all the time and they don't get mad, bro. I hate it here, bro. If I was in the Ace Attorney universe, I would be crashing out near every day. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
Order, order, order! All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its... Oh my god, I'm having a stroke. Once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? Man, can you shut your bitch ass up? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick,
Pearls? Where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
Maya? A really strong power.
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Phew. It's good, pal.
And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are?
We still don't have any leads, but...
What? We don't have any more time.
If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep this trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all of our hope for naught? A tent. Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window. Oh my god. Ah! I'm sorry. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The Berry Big Circus. Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map, about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And? I could see a mailbox under the window, just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay. What else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. District Court, courtroom number 3. Shorty got the fatty. She be catching mood swings. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? All right. Why does she... The bear figurine. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it? Yes. Looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's got lines on it, so... Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Okay, I guess, start suppressing some shit, I don't know. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. Okay, how do you know that, though? A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? Okay, that didn't fucking give me anything. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. How do you know the correct order, though? Did he tell you? So you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right, then push it in. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. Oh my god. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what did you find after what do you find after the puzzle is taken apart? At its center is a small cavity, just enough room to store a small item. Okay, what was that small item? Do you know? And how do you know about this?
I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present for oh my god, dude, I can't speak, guys. Let me take a drink of water. Y'all, let me have a sip of water. Fuck's sake. So it was a present for Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
She's not really giving me shit with these, though. So I'm like, I don't really know what to do other than just press stuff. Because usually if, like, if they don't want you to press the person, they'll be like, be careful what you press or the witness is gonna shoot you. It's like, oh, okay, my bad. So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland. So I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country. This nameless country of Japanifornia.
But this looks like it can be easily broken. Especially if someone wanted to get at what was inside.
Well, it's a toy. It can never be the same again once it's been broken.
So, like, you would know if it was broken. Or, like, had to try to be broken. Okay. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box?
I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you, huh? Then why would the killer grab it, not even knowing that it was what it was? The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. On Guard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Oh wait, that was it? Wait, I only just pressed though. Only Karita and Andrews knows how to open it. Okay, have we opened it just to see if there's anything in there? Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have to come to realize... Huh? There is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is... this bear is actually a jewelry box. Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. And now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box? Well, let's open it, I guess. Oh, what's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness?
Yes?
You are the only one who can open this. Please. Okay. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Click.
I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note? A suicide note? I don't think we need to guess what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. T! Oh, this is T, low-key. The suicide note. The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celestine Pax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it already... Oh, sorry, I don't know why I was doing that voice for Edgeworth. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question?
What is written on the note?
That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note out loud. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by Ungard, about being engaged to Kurita, and Ungard's role in destroying that.
Listen, I still can't help but think that Juan is a bitch for breaking up with her. Like, I don't know, I just think he's a bitch for that. And you could be like, oh, he did it for this reason, or like, he did it for this reason. Like, man, nah, he's a bitch. Like, she wouldn't have killed herself if he didn't do that. And I'm not saying, like, you know, he has to take responsibility for, like, her killing himself, or killing herself. That's not what I mean. But I just feel like he should have dealt with that differently. That's all. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Impax had to say. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard. Then, what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word! Matt Ungard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. It's Ungard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time, he even went so far to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. I think, how terrible, what a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too. There is no room for doubt here. I think Juan is getting too much slack in this case. I think he's getting too much slack. He is just as involved, bro. Because he let some random guy, like, basically talk him into breaking up with her. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry! The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? The suicide note. Because how do we know that Matt even knew what was in the suicide note? Even though I'm pretty sure he does. I'm gonna say suicide note. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Ungard killed in order to obtain this note. Yes, that's correct. But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Corrida until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Ungard could not have known what was written on this note. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said. Order, order, order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? It's just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately.
I think he believes differently.
I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself.
Listen, when I kill myself and put you in the know, Edgeworth, then you won't be thinking this.
I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is this?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying? What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. No, I think he gave it to Gumshoe, didn't he?
Matt Ungard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungard.
Order, order! Ahem, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You... Don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused. Oh,
I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this
Gumshoe's bug sweeper.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Well, I mean, it's in his house. Of course it is. Mr. Ungard's fingerprints were on there.
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh?
What am I supposed to say to that evidence?
I think that this is the end.
Doesn't Edgeworth know that, like, we're trying to save Maya? Like, why isn't he trying to drag this out as long as possible?
It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ungard's learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along.
He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, what?
Shush, stop, don't look at him.
I didn't see what they said.
The way he's sweating is so nasty. Phoenix.
Yes, Chief.
Have you figured out what you're going to do next?
What am I going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work?
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting a lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Well, what is it, Mia?
There's a piece of evidence that he should really investigate.
Something he should investigate?
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
What are you speaking in riddles for all of a sudden? Alright, I think that this time we can finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What's this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at? Or should I let it go? No, I mean, if Mia says there's something, bro, there's something. I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. How's that? Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something. You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Okay, we just got it, right? So it has to be the figurine or this. I mean, he didn't really look at... Yeah, he just handed it over to... I'm gonna say it's this. I'm gonna say it's suicide note. That's Miss Impax's suicide note, right? Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means... the handwriting on the suicide note has not yet been analyzed. Oh. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not, that has yet to even be remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting... Mr. Wright, are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. On Guard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to this suicide note whatsoever. She's the only one who knows how to open it besides the guy who's dead. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Ah! Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt On Guard. I did no such thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on this suicide note? It is as the defense has stated, the handwriting has yet to be analyzed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. On Guard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty, 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 guilty! What is that sound? Sorry, y'all. Can I take this? It's Gumshoe. Hello? Gumshoe? What is this? What is with him? And what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry, I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more.
Guilty, 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 guilty!
Gumshoe, I'm not sure how much time I can provide you without my livelihood being on the line. I think they might start pouring out of the fucking witness stand, or sorry, the audience, and beating the shit out of me. So I can buy you about like 2 minutes. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't for us to come this far and... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, objection! I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honor. I'm about to end today's proceedings, so you may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! This spinning picture! Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying... Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Ew, what's this demonic audience? Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose? Empty the compartments of your pantaloons. For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor.
That's all I'm asking for.
Please, Your Honor! Very well. Sorry. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. And the court will now take its final recess of the day. Alright, y'all. Actually, I think I'm gonna take a quick recess, too. Hold on, y'all. Right. Well, what the hell? Sorry. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer. Looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Hello? Report. Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time. Just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed him, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away.
A few things.
Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you asked, pal. I got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really?
That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first.
We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys went looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Edgeworth, my love. Guys, I gotta play the, I gotta show me right now. It's my favorite picture. I need to get that as like a quick thing on my stream deck. Bam, 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 bam. Sorry. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. He cares about you! I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one! I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. Holy shit! Did he just crash into the building? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me! Did he just die? No one can stop me. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've gotta hurry and call for help. We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident? Listen, he cannot afford a new car. He cannot afford a new car right now. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna do a quick BRB, because listen, they've had 2 recesses now, and I haven't had any. And that's 1 recess too less. So, eat up this BRB screen and the Ace Attorney music, and I'll be right back in like 5 minutes, maybe. See you soon! Alright, Pookinators, I'm back. Am I tapped in? Let me see. Edgeworth, my beloved true. I think I read that before, but I'm gonna read it again. Why did Gumshoe have to get into that accident? Dying instantly. Bro, there is a way. There's always a way. If there's a will, there is a way. There is a way. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Through this? Oopsies. Through what? Oh! Wait! Wait! Francisca's got him tracked! Like a dog! Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Oh, she's gonna love hearing that we need her. Francisca. Will she even want to help us? Edgeworth. What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, Bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. To be continued. Listen, that would have been the better time to take the break, but that's alright. Would love to save. 4-2 of the trial. Okay, okay. I'm scared, I'm nervous, but I'm ready to party. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? Phoenix is like, hey, yo? What do you mean? Oh, sorry. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what's going on? If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well, well. It looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, so that facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that On Guard had no idea the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. I mean, if he had the cameras, like, he would know that it was fake, right? The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to have not known it was a fake. Because if he watched the cameras and found out that he had it, why wouldn't he know, therefore, that it was a fake? What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor? Well, a very small one, but... Oh, right. A camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note, because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then that means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note. So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? I'm just thinking about the fact that I remember at the start when he was looking at the note, he said, Miss Infax has lovely handwriting, only for it to end up being Juan. Lol. Order, order, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time it was you who has dug his own grave. Miles is like, man, shut your bitch ass up. As I figured. Huh? As you figured. What the devil is this man talking about? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. On Guard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, the witness is a little unusual. Listen, I just had an idea. I was gonna say we've literally had a parrot come up to testify, and then are we gonna bring up the cat? Are we gonna bring the cat? Edgeworth stuttering. This is not like him at all. Unusual. What sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Who is this witness? He's actually got Shelley the Killer himself right there. It's, Yes? Go on, who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer. God, I was joking, Miles! Wait! Shelly the Killer. You mean the killer? I mean, the assassin?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's coming here to the witness stand?
Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I asked for your permission.
Well, Miss Wright?
Yes?
Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us?
Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please.
The fucking... I knew it was gonna be the walkie-talkie, bro.
Very good, sir. My name is Shelly the Killer, and I am a professional assassin.
I say! What is going on here? Oh my god, I dropped these. I need to move these. You're pissing me off. I keep dropping these embroidery hoops that I have. And it's really upsetting me that I keep fucking knocking them down. So they need to move. And I need to rewind this goddamn string. Go over there. Go over there. I don't want to talk to you. And you, go up here. I don't want to talk to you either. Okay, there we go. I'm like, I've knocked that down, that pile of stuff way too many times. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. What's going on here?
Your Honor?
How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Yeah, like, how much of this are we revealing?
Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. DeKiller would testify to this court.
So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really DeKiller himself.
Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelly DeKiller. I understand. Please wait a second.
I'm so hungry.
Maya! Maya! A voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly DeKiller. It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so...
Now then, witness, there is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct?
It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Yelp.
Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client.
Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream. Shelly DeKiller. What is he going to say? About my client. I mean, this whole thing is to, like, not reveal who the client is. So, like, what the F is he gonna say? There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on the witness stand. Oh my god, stay there. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. Well, no fucking shit. He's an assassin. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. 'Cause he is! Well, he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor. Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honor.
There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
Oh boy. I don't know, what do we just like press or what? About my client. There's something first I must state, or something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between his client and himself. Okay, so if that's true, why the fuck are you here? Let's press that. The trust between you and your client. Hold on, I gotta re-put up my hair. It's pissing me off. The trust between you and your client. I provide services in a fast and efficient manner. Right. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner? This is the first time... Oh my gosh. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I mean... Does that not just give away the client right then and there? I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yes? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. The clause is, if you backstab me, I get to murder you. That's just the rules. They would certainly... Certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only hypothetical anyways. Like, he said this is the first time one of my clients has been accused of murder. Who is the client on the stand? Or, like, you know, getting accused? Matt on guard. He basically just Freudian slipped that in, bro. Huh. What? And that is the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. I'm so confused. Press this too? It seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think this would be very bad for them. Just hypothetically speaking, of course. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty?
To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die?
No, I didn't say anything. The judge has better watch himself. Before I gave the name of my client. Okay, do I press this? Cause did I pressed this one, right? I'll just do it again, because I don't think that... Just between you and your client, I provide my services in a fast, efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me. Okay, yeah, they said this already. Oh, wait, what? They're doing this shit again, bro! I just wanted clarification. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules? A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who'd have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust, so... Oh, sorry, I don't know why I was giving Edge with that voice. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. Now then, I do believe it's about time I reveal the name of my client, don't you agree? Yeah, stop. Literally, we're being edged right now. I ain't talking worth. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness! What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Phoenix already in the depths of despair. He's like, please don't say bad on guard. Please don't say bad on guard. Adrian Andrews. Do we believe that? Or is this guy, like, framing her doubly? What? Witness! That's not what you told me it was earlier.
Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor?
I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here?
My guess is that Mr. DeKiller just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
He stabbed Edgeworth in the back.
I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. DeKiller told him a different name. Matt Ungard, perhaps?
I knew it. Is he doing this to help me get my non-guilty verdict? I knew it. Objection! This is outrageous. I was deceived. What would you do in something, like in a case like this? Like, what would you do? Be like, well, when I talked to him, he said one thing, and now he's saying a different thing. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. Yeah, under the guise they were gonna tell me something different. You, Shelly the Killer. My testimony is the truth. Well, listen, what are the odds that he had two clients?
The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is to help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
Yeah. This is the biggest walkie-talkie I've ever seen, by the way. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. DeKiller's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately.
What now? With the way this is going, on guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. DeKiller is lying. And on guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? I mean, remember what Maya said. I need that to flash back in my head right now. Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelly DeKiller is certainly lying under oath.
It wasn't me! Listen, everyone. Please, that testimony just now, it was all one big lie.
Miss Andrews.
The suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. DeKiller himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
No, that's not true.
Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, donning the nickel samurai costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who had hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reason to want both of them dead.
No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me.
Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions. I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Listen, man. This isn't what Maya would want. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt on guard is a killer. A murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than on guard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on guard convicted so many times over. He never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him?
Yes, you do.
I love my favorite. I love my favorite married couple. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to question Mr. DeKiller. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth, that is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. DeKiller. Right away, Your Honor. At least blow me a kiss, Edgy. Has a verdict been reached? I don't know what voice I did for him, like, in the previous episode. Before that, would you like to talk? We would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done. But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? I mean, usually they get found guilty for no reason. So, yeah. About my client, part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrido was dead. That's not true. That's why she poured the juice, right? Because she didn't think that he was dead. She thought he was, like, sleeping or some shit. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is most unexpected turn of events. For the, 5th time now? However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Objection! Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes 2 of us. Okay, well, there is one thing that automatically stuck out to me. This one. Because I remember specifically, we were talking about the wine glass. And we were like, girl, why'd you do that? And she was like, okay, well, what had happened was, I didn't even realize he was dead. Poured that shit, turned out he was dead. So, I'm gonna go back, actually, and I'm gonna save the game first. Just in case. Just in case, you know? I feel like it's this, because I remember us going over that specifically. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. Tekiller. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered. But how do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. Tekiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you so claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what you're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Even the judge is like, what the fuck's going on here? Anyway. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's clients is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Alright. To be honest with you, I don't even know where to start. I'm just gonna press everything, I guess. 1 week ago. Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time? Request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's requests. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? I'm gonna let it go for now. Even if I ask about them, it would only be a guess. I see, that's fine then. Okay. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with that brief pause? I mean, technically it's not allowed. Or not a lie. Because, like... Because he maybe met her at one point. What was that? What was that brief? How many other sentences are there? Because that other one also had to press further things. So I'm like, do I have to pick which one I think is the right one? Let me see what else. It's probably just my imagination. Let me see what other things we have here. Can we believe that your testimony up to this point has been reliable? Okay, wait. Okay, so it's only 2 things that get that. Okay, I think out of the 2, this is the more sus one. Let's press further on this one. Witness, I would like you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? It was very important, it was not important. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it was important. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. Well, what do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you that. Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. Him? Oh, that's why they have Adrian Andrews, to make the killer think it's a guy. It's not a guy. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Yeah, that was very important, baby. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. Oh, I hit this part. As soon as you saw him, Your Honor, your client's a woman. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly the Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one would have told you, one look would have told you that she's a woman. Ooh! Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? What do you mean, what's the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face-to-face with his clients when taking their requests. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. This, I can't lie to you guys, this is kind of diabolical shit I'm looking at right now. Ugh. Mr. Edgeworth, I can understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? Because he's an idiot. I believe it has something to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, he leaned the wrong way. The entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender, and so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? I mean, if I heard somebody named Adrian Andrews, yeah, I would probably think they were a guy as well. I've never met anybody who wasn't a guy named Adrian. Not saying there can't be, obviously. There's girls that have, in quotes, traditionally masculine names and vice versa. What is going on? Shelly the Killer. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you, God. I love when I actually understand the game. I was like, dude, he said him! He said him! Guys, we got him! Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. You said you never have taken requests by mail or telephone. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took this job through a letter. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If we break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. And then they start making out. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Requesting part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. I'm gonna press this just to see what he says. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now, let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Oh, sorry. Come now. Let's not continue this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me like it would work on that Edgeworth prosecutor. What? Who said that? Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. Your lawyers behave like one to present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client? I don't have any proof. I'm good. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Okay, I thought I was about to get in trouble just then. That actually scared me. Okay. Okay, let's press this one. 2 or 3 other things. Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. I feel like they do. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and he got mad. I'm gonna press further here, I think. Whether or not they're related to this case for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... wait. Sorry, wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? I'm gonna press. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. Wait, but we found the figurine at the house, so how did it get at the house? One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews. Okay. I wonder if we present the figurine here, because... I can't think of what else to do. Shelly DeKiller, if you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
And I was going to burn it. For her sake.
If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order, order, order! So that's where you two were going.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means?
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Ooh! Oh, order, order, order! Mr. Phoenix, right.
I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not.
That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do.
Wait, please.
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to.
No. Please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand.
Otherwise...
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should...
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya... she'll... the prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are. The prosecution rests. What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I end this trial here, right now, then your client, Matt On Guard, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews would be charged with murder.
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt On Guard, to the stand.
The items from DeKiller's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent or good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Ungard? What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? What are you doing? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life?
You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. I mean, you know that even if she dies, she's not truly gone. Look at Mia. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. You have to think about it this way. It's like the trolley problem. Do you want to get 2 people ran over or just 1? Oopsies. Oh no, what did that say? Oh, that flashed by so fast. I don't even know what she said. It was probably her being like,
I won't ever forgive you if you do.
either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. If you had to choose, it's a tie. If you had to choose, it's up to the Democrats. It's up to Hamilton, Jefferson or Birch, choose. Yo! The people are asking to hear my voice. Now then, Mr. Wright. It's time to make a difficult choice. Let's hear the defense's final statements on the matter. If you ask me who I promote, after all is said and all is done, I need somebody to make a Phoenix Wright edit with that song. Like that part. That'd be epic. The people are asking to hear my voice. The country's facing a difficult choice. Not just Hamilton's in my head. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Matt Ungard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer's going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. Sorry, right. I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ungard, is... I have to say guilty. Even if I got Maya back, if she found out what I did, she would be so disappointed in me for doing this to Adrian and for letting a murderer, terrible, nasty human being go free. I have to say guilty. I have to. We're waiting for you to answer, Mr. Wright. Matt Ungard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt Ungard is... Objection! Franziska! Franziska von Karma? What are you doing here? Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there is nothing else to wrap the items in.
I fought long and hard this whole trial, and for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last.
I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there'll be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like a miracle. I'm sure of it.
That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol.
Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with the case? I mean, I'm assuming he used that to kill the guy, right? Does this pistol have any relation to this case?
We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I cannot say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with the case, at least with me.
That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it?
That's what I believe, yes.
Oh.
I kept the bullet they removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
So that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. It's probably not going to help us very much.
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
I bet the killer took that from Ungard Mansion. Definitely question for more. Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
Oh yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looked like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 officers at that site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man.
Okay.
The last piece of evidence is this bellboy uniform.
Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Yeah, definitely question on that. Was that used during the crime?
I am almost certain that it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
But there is one thing I found interesting about this uniform.
And what is that?
There is a button missing on this uniform.
A button?
It's a very unique button. I am sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue.
Bellboy's uniform added to the court record.
That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. These items from Shelly the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing. It is who is the client. That is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end?
Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now.
But no matter how you think about it, it's...
Try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us.
2?
The first. Make Ungard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Huh?
The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Ungard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go.
That may be true, but... That's asking me to do the impossible.
The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Ungard. If the killer were to no longer think of Ungard as his client, then he would let Maya go.
Mia, that's even more impossible. He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I think we need to get the videotape and show who the killer is, so that way he'll be like, well, Matt Ungard, you got my ass fucking exposed, so fuck you. Sorry, I was taking a drink.
I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. But if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle.
The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them.
Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what always worked for us?
Huh? The other side? Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around?
Phoenix.
I went to wipe my nose, but I accidentally inhaled at the same time, and so, like, I made my ears get clogged. Damn.
The judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
The person who needs the evidence.
The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have all seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what brings out the miracle in the end.
There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it as, saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. Oh my god, my voice. That's impossible! To turn the situation around in one try. think we have to show it to Shelly the killer, right? One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to? Like to show evidence to? Well, it's definitely a person. Actually... Oh, wait, I like that they're the same. We have John Doe, the butler of the Unger Mansion. Shelly the killer. No, I wouldn't, because you would know. Is it Maya? Because it's like her life is on the line, so it's like, after hearing all this, what do you think, Maya? Type shit? Am I like, I think, I don't even know. I'm just making shit up. I'm just making shit up. I don't even know. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Oh, Lord. What the fuck is this? What the fuck am I supposed to present? I didn't even save either. So it's like, if we fuck it up, I don't know how far back I am. Is this one of these moments where we cheat? Is this one of these moments where we cheat? I don't even know if I... Tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. I might have to cheat on this one, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, let me tab out. This is... What is this, the fourth trial? Okay, here we go. Walk through, wait. Okay, hold on, I gotta scroll. Okay. Okay. I'm holding my hand up so I don't see what's below it. Okay. Okay, we got the witness part 2. I'm like one hand up, slowly scrolling because I don't want to see more than what I need to see. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just reading what it says. I should have saved. How far back am I? I can't remember. I think I already did one wrong evidence. I fucked up my soup, you guys. Dang. Wait, I think I messed up. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to reload my save. Damn it! Damn it. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do the bad ending, because the bad ending is with Maya. Maya... Fuck me, I should have saved. I don't know, I didn't even see that we had the chance to save. Dang it! Ah! I don't know, I was just like, maybe we could be like, can I talk to Maya real fast? And I'd be like, Maya, what should I do? Fuck. Well, I'm just gonna do the wrong one. We're gonna have to speedrun through wherever I last saved. Oh, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say about this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you're talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more chance! That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant met on guard. Not guilty. All my fellas! All my fellas! That is all. This court is adjourned. The first time I've ever wanted to see the words guilty. And just like that, the case came to an end. What did Maya say? She beat my ass? I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. The end. Wow, guys, that's the end of the game. No. Justice served. Okay, well, we'll see how far I am in this save. Okay, this is here. Okay. Oh my god, this is so far away. Listen, I mean, I guess we have to learn our lessons, right, gang? Oh, is this the present? Yeah, I think this is when I present the bear. Oh my god, this is so far ago. So far ago? So long ago. Why does he say far ago? Far ago. It sounds like a spell. Don't worry. We're well acquainted with the fast forwarding trial scenes.
For real?
For real? That scared the shit out of me. Okay. Have to wait for Francisca to come back in the room. Wait, guys, I can see that one thing that I forgot that I skipped through. Do I say he's guilty? Okay, it just flashed. I don't think it actually said anything. I'm still gonna say guilty. Wow! Francisca, again! Listen, they don't often do in-color, CGs like that, so that had to mean something. I'm gonna save over that, so next time we don't have to go as far if we fuck up our soup. Alright, give me this. Your Honor, I'm on the way. Listen, I think the reason why I like hardly save in these like courtroom trials is because I'm in my head I'm playing Danganronpa and like you can't do that. Like you can only save when they tell you. Question. Question it. Just gonna, you know, just save 20 more times, don't mind me. Shelly the killer. Sir, can I, try again? Bro said overruled. Man, Sibo. Just saving again. Trying to inch closer and closer. I have an objection. He said, right, shut the hell up. Okay. Who would you like to show your evidence to? Okay. Okay, so you know, it is Maya's life on the line, but she doesn't get to choose, apparently. That line of thinking was bad. Instead, I would like to go back to my other line of thinking, where we have to show it to Shelly the killer. That's the... Because, like, we're not gonna show it to you. Maybe you. Not you. Or you, because that doesn't matter. Or you. So I guess this one. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. This one I'm still not 100% sure. The uniform? The... Oh, or the videotape, because I'm pretty sure this has his face on it. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. I mean, he did go back for it, after all. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. So you gonna let Maya go? I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape.
I thought so.
I am afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know what the contents of this tape are?
I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you are on this tape.
Me?
There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. I think he said, just in case he could leak this. Why did Matt Ungard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted to see Juan get his, wanted blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all, assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly DeKiller? Ooh. It looks like I was being deceived from the beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that is right. But what if your client, or what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the DeKiller name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Oh, flashbang. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes DeKiller's next target. I get it! This is how we turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Sorry, Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item.
What the? I'm not an item!
Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. I love that spray, it's so me. This trial appears to have What? This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. Sorry, I didn't even read that in the fucking judge voice. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. And it's nobody's cub in the courtroom, correct? Okay. However, I actually am sort of I mean, no, I didn't. Anyways, I don't quite know what just happened there with the wit. Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights.
Dude, Widowmaker?
No one can hide from my sight.
Yo, low-key, Francisca does seem like she would be like an Ash main and a Widowmaker main. I believe that. Guys, if Ace Attorney characters played Overwatch, who would they make? I don't know why in my head the first thing I thought of was Maya maining Diva. I don't, they kind of remind me of each other. I feel like Phoenix would main like I don't know why I wanted to say like Soldier 76. Oh man, he could main Soldier 76 and then Edgeworth could main Reaper. Let's go. I could also see, I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. I feel like Edgeworth would be somebody like Symmetra. Ooh, Edgeworth and Symmetra. That could be kind of a good one.
Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Oh, bro is sweating. Yeah, you wish you kept your little facade up now, huh?
Mr. On Guard. Looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You'll finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement.
They're like, bro, we're not even sending you to jail, bro. We're getting you murdered out on the street. Let's go!
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. That scared the shit out of me, Ken. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video.
Help me.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict is, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you.
Right, Chief. Dang, you know, I still think we need to, you know, get him in jail too. Plead guilty. Matt Ungard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore. No! Guilty, 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 guilty. Damn, that sucks. As always, it looks like we've uncovered the real truth. I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, I was Matt on guard. I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
Dude, no way? Dude, no way? She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness. How should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Listen, he was just a real one for this, low-key. But after that, when I was alone in the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I really am happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Aw, that's cute. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that's good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Dang, I guess that technically means I lost one case, but it was for a good cause, so. I'm down. And you know what? It kind of makes that, like, pressure less heavy, because, like, you technically already lost one, so it's like, fuck it, we ball, right? What's one more? Long-ass trial. I think that's at 5 p.m. We were here from basically, like, a little bit before 10, but I'm gonna call it 10 a.m. From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Jesus Christ. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You've got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second to that moment before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final pieces of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt Ungard, is... Is he guilty? Or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right! Edgeworth! I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really?
Pearls!
You're telling the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. Poor Mia, she got like ripped away from the body. Pearls was like, Maya! She is on her way here as we speak in a patrol car.
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya is safe! You did it! You really did it, Mr. Nick!
Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you! I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her! Mr. Nick will save her!
Thanks.
Oh!
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
Oh, hi. About earlier, thanks? Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed! Yeah, well, unlike you, I don't give a fuck. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you!
Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself. Until a year ago. Edgeworth? For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that.
I always love his little hair that sticks up in the back. It's like, I just like to imagine that, like, no matter how much hair product, it just, like, cowlicks back up.
And then... it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl in a hole and die.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment, of clarity, that everything began to change.
What foolish nonsense.
We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well.
What? You trusted your enemy?
It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you.
The truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right?
Listen, without yin, there can't be yang, baby. Let's kiss. We're like two sides of the same coin, baby.
That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Is Mr. Edgeworth alright, Mr. Nick?
You really let me down.
Bro, nothing is gayer than this shit. Like, I don't know, man. Should two men care this much about each other and not want to kiss? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me.
Oh my god, his mouth is huge.
All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself.
Oh, you pathetic fool!
Miss Von Karma!
I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worth. You lost too! To me, like twice!
You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma. And neither am I. It's over. It's all over.
Francisca threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic oh, sorry. This is an electromagnetic receiver? Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Oh, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay.
Nick!
My god, bitch, you look gaunt. Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Ah! Ah!
No, I'm about to cry, for real. Guys, the thumbnail right there.
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
That's what I was thinking. Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it. Maya.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm relieved you are alright.
Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth.
Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago.
Heh. All right. I think it's time we get out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick, food! Grub, chow, I'm starved, literally. I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice, juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick.
Whoa. Bro, now I'm just imagining these guys playing fucking Peak. And it's like, as soon as Maya becomes starving, she's definitely cannibalizing everybody else. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
Oh, if you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick, food!
I don't even have that much money. I'm literally not even getting paid this time. Gay Water Hotel. Oh my god, Gumshoe, you're alive. Hey, pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? And it wasn't a red light that got him.
You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of The Steel Samurai. Thanks.
Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Right too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even.
I'll keep that in mind. They're like, will you be nicer to your boyfriend, bro? Listen, is that not what people say to people who are in a relationship? Like,
You need to be nicer to your girlfriend. She might just up and leave you. Well, come on now. Everyone gather round. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Sorry, those were a lot of peas.
Looks like Lauder bought herself a new camera. Are we about to get an even better CG? Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's chow down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen.
You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What? 4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. Whew, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh? You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days, were you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mystic Maya's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aww, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway.
It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Ayo. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. He was like, I only want to be yelled at by you, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet.
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Bro, like, what is this? Kiss, 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 kiss. Like, if they kissed, it would only be natural. Like, if this was a man and a woman, they would have kissed right now. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. What? Objection! I hate gay people. What if I give him the figurine? Or the whip? Here. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya! Yepperly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly? Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me! Anyway. So who's paying for this lovely dinner party? You.
as if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick.
Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, you see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for 3,000.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick.
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Oh, you don't need to hold back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out.
This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then. If you say so. I would crash the fuck out if that was me. I'd be like, no. I'm not paying for that. Now I will leave you... Oh.
You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So, I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
We're not even married, Pearl. Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief and he got me reinstated for my sake. And he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society. I knew it. Crashing headlong and everything is the only way to live, pal. What? Maggie Bird?
I, Maggie Bird, am retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joys to the people who come to my restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright.
I gotta be quick with these, because I never know when they're gonna slide past, and I don't have a choice. Oh god, not this guy.
Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hottie. Recently, yes, that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around lately. Yes, but I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got wet, though. Yes.
Okay. Choked on my spit doing that one. Listen, these people are really testing to see if I even remember the voice I gave these people. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight in Zimbabwe.
Hey, Max, do you know what we think of? Do you know there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
Do you think there are? I think she asked what Zimbabwe's like. I think if they're taking any talking buddies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. I don't know why those ones specifically were so fucking fast. I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at those jokes. And then I think she asked what Zimbabwe's like. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mo curls represent. And we got a new act all worked out. Prepare for Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. Oh my god. Remember all these people that we met, you guys? Good times, good times.
What's this? Drat, it's just an ordinary electric razor charging thing. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan to making me do this? But it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that must mean it must be a deep hidden message. Meaning. But Why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? Ah, it was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty, and any man who hasn't heard about me, this is gonna be a...
Listen, man. I don't know. Read it yourself. Fuck. Special thanks to these people.
I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. He's like, I gotta go escape out of Japanifornia into somewhere else. Later that same night, an international departures gate 12. Who's leaving?
Where are you going, Francisca?
This is Miles talking. How did you know I was here?
With this?
That's...
I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, perhaps, for example?
That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that.
Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
So what are you hiding?
4 things?
Seems he put the last one in his coat pocket.
He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. This case is already over. You know I can't let that shit slide, Francisca.
What are you going to do now?
There's such cock teases for, like, being like, there's this 4th item, but we're not gonna tell you. That's none of your business.
Are you running away?
Shut up! You don't understand a thing.
I literally think I understand you more than anybody else on the earth right now.
You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter.
Francisca, be so fucking for real right now.
Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius.
My father was a genius.
The thing is, right, your father wasn't even a good prosecutor. He was a liar, a cheat, and a fucking murderer, so L+ ratio, bozo. There's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. Oh, hi, Pidgey, by the way. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. I've even thrown my whip away.
Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to.
Right gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I love gay people. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply. But what you should be striking down with that whip? You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. Oh yeah, this is technically the first time Edgeworth ever beat me. I'm just like that guy, though, to be fair. I see. You know I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me. After I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. Huh? But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways. Franziska von Karma. I am Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece. So I can give it to you when at last we meet again. She kinda ate low-key, I can't lie. What the fuck does that say? Oh, Nick. Bro, am I supposed to be getting murdered? What the fuck? Shelly? Shelly the killer?
Oh my god, guys, we finally did it!
We finished Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. And all that's left of this trilogy is the third game, but I don't know when we're gonna be starting that. That got nothing to do with me right now. That got nothing to do with me right now. There soon we'll be in Trials and Tribulations, but for now, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. You're done. We finished ya. You're done. It's another game in the bag. Let's go. Let's get it. Close this shit. Yippee! Yippee! Clear episode 4. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Farewell, my turnabout. Alright. I guess that's where we're ending things for today. Let me switch you guys over to the ending screen and give you some lo-fi beats. Actually, it's Danganronpa music. Close enough. What the fuck am I listening to right now? I don't want to listen to this depressing ass music, bro. Put on the Fall Guys. Jesus Christ. Thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. If you not hit that follow button already, hey, consider doing so. That'd be cool of you. Next stream will be tomorrow with, I think I'm gonna be doing Grim Isles tomorrow, early stream. So, I think that's tomorrow. I'll double check, but just, you know, tentatively plan out Grim Isles tomorrow. But, other than that, that's all I have to say. So, take care of yourselves, and until next time, I'll see ya! Bye!